What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? We are back again with another freaking video, and here's the thing with Benjamin. Well, where do we start? It just seems that something new just keeps creeping up time and time again, but it seemed as if back in January, Ben decided to come out with his own explanation on his Facebook account to obviously his followers, which is quite interesting because I don't feel like this matches up to some of the things that we've heard recently when it comes to Ben's arrest and everything that went down, if you dig what I'm saying. But without no further ado, let's give a big massive shout out to every single person that is a member of the channel. Now in a second, I'm going to show you guys a screenshot of what he said, but also on top of that, I'm also going to show you a screenshot of the damages that were done to his own vehicle at his own hand, because clearly Benjamin was on the wheel and nobody else. Ah, man, we gotta stop running that joke, man. So cold, yeah. Anyway, let's get into the post itself in particular. Now, as you can see here, ladies and gentlemen, back in January 6th at 1:44 p.m., Ben came out by saying, "Here's where I lose some of y'all." In brackets, "I think I'll lose the rest of you next week. Trust me on that. You see." Proceeds by saying, "So at Christmas on the way home, I smoked a deer at 70 miles per hour. There were actually 2 of them, and at least I missed one. It was pretty wild. I won't go into detail, but he exploded like everywhere. Boom! But I'm one of those people that believe everything happens for a reason. Not because I can prove it, but because that's what I want to believe. What a depressing world it would be if everything was random. So in my world, God works everything out for a purpose." But let's proceed. "And I think he sent that deer as a sacrifice." Oh, dearie me. I ain't gonna lie to you, ladies and gentlemen. When I got to the part of sacrifice, I was thinking, hold on a minute. So is Ben a pastor for the new gods of Jesus Christ and the God Almighty himself? Or is he a god for the is he a pastor for the old gods? Odin, Thor. Just like the Vikings. Because I remember in the Vikings, in the old gods, Odin used to always say that we need to sacrifice for whenever Odin does something great for us. Yes! So I'm a bit confused, to be fair, what kind of God he's talking about, because I didn't really think that I didn't really think that the God himself in particular, the Jesus Christ God himself in particular, was all about sacrifice in terms of, you know, taking an animal's life. But then at the same time, though, we can go back to Noah's Ark and blah 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 blah. But either way, though, I like the reference to the Vikings better. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Okay. Whatever. Let's proceed. Yeah, I'm funny than you. Anyway, let's see. "Because my son was going to take the car and have to drive alone for 14 hours to get home. Instead, he got on a plane and was home by noon. Who knows what would have happened on his journey with drunk drivers, sleep deprived. I can't even say the freaking word. Deprived. Yeah, you know what it says. Anyway, my apologies. The mountains and whatever else. So how crazy is my thought process?" Ladies and gentlemen, before we even proceed in terms of, you know, what he said there himself in particular, let me just show you lovely folks the photos of the damage that was done to the car, if you dig what I'm saying. So, here you can see, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen of all ages, obviously his Ford here was quite mashed up. Brutally mashed up, to be fair. So obviously that is a proof of, obviously, you know, the event itself in particular. But let's talk about this statement itself in particular. So he went from, you know what though, honestly, I'm now starting to think that there was 2 crimes committed here. I'm now starting to think that maybe he was in 2 different car accidents, because the matter of fact is though, he's talking about around Christmas time, which is when I'm pretty sure he got his OUI, DUI, whatever, if you dig what I'm saying, okay, which he then claimed happened because of a homeless couple. But now we're looking at way back in January, before his most recent interview with In Touch Weekly, you know what I'm saying, okay? It seems as if he was telling us a whole different story, which now baffles me. So what's happening here? Is that 1 or 2 crimes? What's going on here? Because at the end of the day, it seems to me as if this man himself in particular, though, he's gone from blaming a homeless couple to now blaming the Lord Almighty himself. So it was let's just bear this in mind. We already know that it wasn't his fault that he got his OUI because it was a drunken mistake by a spiked drink from a homeless couple. So he took no accountability for that one. He said it was their fault, even though he could have literally woke up and said, you know what, I don't feel good, let me not drive. But now in this situation, but now in this explanation for himself in particular, he's now coming out to say that when he hit this deer, he didn't hit the deer because maybe his driving is reckless. He's saying now he hit a deer because he was a sacrifice by God. So you're telling me that God made you drive a car and crash a car? Is that what he's telling us now? Just because his son took a plane, and it could have been different if his son didn't take the plane. I mean, to be fair, I can only imagine if his son was of age and didn't take a plane, maybe he would have drove the car for him and done a better freaking job, to be honest with you. But at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, when it comes to Benjamin himself in particular, when we want to talk about the word itself, the definition of narcissism, narcissistic freaking prick. I just had to say it, but that's exactly what he is. But can you imagine? Can you imagine? He talks about things happen. He believes that things happen for a reason, and don't get me wrong, I do believe that too, to a certain degree. But when things happen, I generally believe that when things happen for a reason, they happen because we're meant to learn from them. So therefore we can evolve ourselves and therefore mature ourselves. And then hopefully pass on that knowledge to other people who need it, whether that be our own children or anyone we decide to mentor within our own life. I didn't think that things happen for a reason. So therefore we can blame God and say that he was looking for a sacrifice, because as far as I am concerned, when it came to sacrifices from my own knowledge on a religious level were sacrifices that you did on your own accord on a planned level. Sacrifices were not things that happen just out of nowhere. Now, of course, don't get me wrong, every day a lot of people lose their life, animals lose their life, due to unforeseen circumstances, 100%, which we could maybe say is a sacrifice in its own degree, right? Depending on obviously what you believe in, don't get it twisted. But the matter of fact is though, if he has got, but this isn't a situation where the deer just got ill, the deer just dropped dead, or a human being just got ill, you know what I mean? This is a situation where he was behind the wheel, controlling a car, and then he's hit 2 deers. Now, of course, they could have just jumped out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? That happened to me once, I was driving, minding my own little business, and then boom, a deer just jumped in front of me, and I was like, whoa! I was lucky I didn't hit it, you know what I'm saying? So of course, accidents can happen. Let's not forget. I'm not saying they don't happen, but the fact is though, when it comes to Benjamin himself in particular, we can't really say anything is an accident around his life, because the fact is, this guy is a walking freaking mess of a man. That is just the bottom line. And to be honest with you, ladies and gentlemen, what I'm telling you right now is just the beginning. Now, I've also got a post for you guys that I just want to share for you, because when I saw this post, I was just like, for some reason, this post hits different purely because of what we know of him. And this post in particular is actually a description of what he shows to his clients to lure him to be working with him. And believe me, when I show you this, you're going to see exactly what I mean about how it just paints a picture that makes too much of a clear picture based on what we already know in terms of his behavior. But anyway, let's get into it, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see here, ladies and gentlemen, this is a description from Benjamin's site itself in particular, a site that he calls Ben Sage. And the reason behind bensage.com is quite just weird. But anyway, let's continue. So as you can see, it says, I offer comprehensive lifestyle improvement that goes beyond that personal training and the gym. I guarantee you will not only be in the best shape of your life when apprehending to my program, but you will be in perfect balance. This is the true secret to the phantom of youth. Oh yeah, when I heard the word phantom of youth, I was like, trust me, we know about you and your freaking youth, you disgusting piece of freaking crap. But anyway, let's proceed, ladies and gentlemen. Has a life coach, minister, and athlete with over 20 years of experience in counseling, as well as a master's degree specializing in spiritual counseling, I am well qualified to help you to attain whatever goals you set. Your success is guaranteed when you invest in yourself. My program keeps you accountable, inspired, and informed about the newest trends of aging-defying health and fitness tips. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this next line right here has to be a joke, but the sad thing about it is actually really a bad joke, to be fair. But anyway, he finished up by saying, so, the name, why Benjamin Sage? People keep asking, what is Benjamin's age? Benjamin's age is unbelievably 52. So Benjamin Sage makes sense. Come follow me. Come follow me to taste the Phantom of Youth age-defying program. Again, Phantom of Youth hit freaking different, but nonetheless, though, Benjamin's age. Listen, bro, you look 52. Okay, you ain't fully no one. Okay, you clown. Nonetheless, though, if anything, to be honest with you, I actually thought he was in his 60s. I'm not gonna lie to you, but anyway, that's just my opinion. But let's just move back to the paragraph beforehand where it says, my program keeps you accountable. Ladies and gentlemen, the narcissist himself is talking about accountability? Accountability, as if he knows how to be accountable for anything, when really and truly in reality he's never accountable for anything. Even a 22-year-old, maybe now 23-year-old woman told him on a TV show, so are you never wrong then? Even she told him that you don't know how to be accountable for yourself, you freaking troll. For a man that blames a homeless couple in one interview to then blaming God in another statement of his actions, and he wants to talk about Fountain of Youth and accountable and inspiring people, bro, you ain't inspiring nobody. The only person you're inspiring is, oh, you know, literally nobody. Yeah, no, typically. even his kids look at him and be like, Dad, I don't know why you're my dad, but I guess you're my dad. Don't like it, but yeah. You know what his kids be thinking, right? They'll be saying, how do I tell my friend that my dad is dating a girl younger than me? Everything is just all the way messed up when it comes to Benjamin Self in particular. At this moment in time, ladies and gentlemen, instead of me presenting this with such seriousness, I can only just giggle along because this guy's life is pathetic. It's nothing but a comedy, miserable, disgusting, midlife crisis, smelling piece of crap, disgusting, vomiting, predatory. I'll stop there because I have nothing else to come out of my mouth. But nonetheless though, ladies and gentlemen, you let me know what you're thinking down below in the comment section, because like I said before, we're being told two different stories by the same person. Can you imagine? It'd be different if it was two different sources, but this is literally coming from his own freaking mouth. Anyway, try your best to make sense out of this sense. And if I've missed anything that I've kind of maybe tripped at, and you guys thinking that I've missed the plot or anything like that, please let me know in the comment section. But as far as I'm concerned, Ben done a very bad thing, and he just can't take accountability, and he wants to blame it on everybody else but himself. Anyway, thank you so much. Like, subscribe, peace.